Hello, fellow sleepyheads. Marvel's here. Welcome back to another episode of Every Night a Trip, where I talk about the weird dreams that I have. I know it's been a while. I'm sorry. I always apologize, but it is what it is. I have a few things to say, but I will say them towards the end. As for now, I just want to get into this stream, so I'm gonna roll right into it. I had a dream a while ago that I wanted to share specifically with a friend of mine, Alex. I don't think I've ever dreamt about her before this dream, and if I had, she was probably just in the background. So this dream, it started out with me going to a Walmart. I mostly stayed near the entrance, and my husband Michael was there and Alex was there. For whatever reason, Alex was gonna braid my hair, and she was weaving like some sort of cloth or fabric into them. I don't know. She only did like 4 braids. But after that, we left. But my dream followed the security guy that was near the self checkout. He looked really bored, and someone asked him what was wrong. I don't know what they said, but they gave him a shopping cart so he could put it away, just to give him something to do. And when he got to the cart corral area, there was a lady in a Walmart uniform standing there staring at him. And so the guy asked her, "Hey, what do you need?" She said she wanted to apply and she wanted to know where to go, where to sign up, whatever. So the security guy led her towards the customer service desk, and he said that there should be a little kiosk where you can fill out an application. The lady was like, "Oh, no, that's not where it's at. It's over there." So I thought it was funny, because if she knew where it was at, why ask? Anyway, I don't know how the dream transitioned to the next part, but I was on a bus and Michael and Alex were there again. I had my old iPod, which didn't have speakers, so I couldn't play the music out loud, but in my dreams it did. So I was playing music, everyone could hear it. It wasn't loud though, but the bus was so silent that it seemed really loud. I was trying to play a Kings of Leon song, but the iPod played another artist. I got really annoyed, but I just left it playing because Alex was there jamming out to it. I think it was like a 3 Days Grace song. Then we got off the bus, which stopped by my mom's street, and the street was dark. My parents weren't supposed to be there, no one was, but Sally, an old co-worker, she was on the street, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. Alex is gonna love Sally. As we approached her, I noticed that my niece and my nephew were there with her, and then they kind of just disappeared. Then Michael, Alex, and we went inside. I was so cold. I was freezing cold. I hugged Alex and she was so warm. So I asked her, "How are you so warm? You're like magic." In the next part that Alex was in, we were at another house. I've dreamt about this house before. In my dreams, it's my parents' second house. It's pretty big. But yeah, so in that part of the dream, I was explaining to Michael and Alex and my cousin Gekis, who just randomly showed up. I was telling them how that house had been in my dreams before and how my parents got a hold of that house. Then I looked at Alex and she looked so tired, and it reminded me of my bad manners and lack of southern hospitality. So I asked everyone if they wanted anything like coffee, water, whatever. Alex said yeah, but that she needed a nap first. And I gave everyone a tour of the place. I showed them my room, which was where the coffee was. And there were 3 beds in there. A small one that I said was for the dog. A slightly bigger one that I said was for me if I needed more room in case I didn't have enough on the queen size, which was right next to that one. I told Alex that she could sleep on any of those beds or go to my parents' room or my brother's room, wherever she felt comfortable. And those were all the parts that she was in. Oftentimes, and before like going into the symbolic meaning of them, when I think about my dreams, I first ask myself, why did I dream that? I think about what happened in my life that could have caused that dream. Was there something that I saw? Something that happened? And for this one, I was just like, what is it with the braids? Shortly before the dream, I had gone to the Renaissance Fair. They have a place there where you can have your hair braided. I've always wanted to get my hair braided there, so I think that's why I dreamt about braids. And I had another dream about braids before the Renaissance Fair too. Yeah, and then I saw Alex at the Ren Fair too, so I think seeing her there, wanting to get braids and not getting them, just kind of mixed together. And yeah, that's why I got my hair braided by Alex in my dreams, I think. And now why was Alex doing my braids at Walmart? Well, that's kind of easy. I dream about Walmart a lot. I hate it. I think I dream about it because that's where I would be every weekend when I was a kid, teenager. My parents would go get the groceries every weekend. That's where they would get their groceries. So I feel like part of me is just stuck there at Walmart because I always dream about it. So yeah, I hate it. As for the rest of the dream, I'd have to really analyze it to figure out why I dreamt it, why I dreamt about that house again, but I don't want to. I don't want to make this episode too long. Oh, and since I started this, I had another dream with Alex and her husband in it. I was with Michael at a mall, and he went to the Converse store. I tried to keep up with him, but I lost track of him. I thought he took an elevator, but when I got to the elevator, and I had to wait for it to come back down, when it opened, there was a guy mopping the inside of it. So I just took the stairs and I made it into the Converse store. For whatever reason, I was holding a huge Shrek plush, and then I grabbed a few other things. My hands were full. And then I randomly saw Alex, and I don't know if she called my name or Michael's name. We said hey, and I guess her husband was carrying all the bags for her. Meanwhile, I was struggling to hold the Shrek plush. So I was a bit annoyed that Michael didn't offer his assistance to me. But I don't even think he was there. I don't know what he was doing. And then just earlier this week, I had another dream about Alex. Really, the only part she was in, we were at a store somewhere. I don't know if it was inside or outside. It was like a little booth at a market. And they had these little jewelry bags, and she pointed them out. She was like, look, you might like this. And I opened it. Didn't really like it. I mean, they were really pretty, but they didn't have the color I wanted. And then she kept walking, and we ended up like at some type of video game store, and the aisles were so narrow. I hated it. I felt really claustrophobic. And then after that, we were walking, and I noticed that she was pregnant. She was so heavily pregnant. And she mentioned that she was gonna have twins. And I know there was another part. There was like a playground or something, and apparently a kid that was there had made fun of one of her kids, because apparently she had multiple kids. I don't know, but the kid made fun of her kid, and so Alex was so mad, and she was trying to look for the kid, and I had to calm her down. I was like, hey, I don't remember specifically what I said. I said something along the lines of like, hey, you're here now, focus on your kid. I don't know exactly what I said, but yeah, that was pretty much it. What else? I had told someone that I was going to include a dream about her in my episodes, and it's really short, so I'll include it in this one. So in this one, it is about my cousin's girlfriend, Nellie. Hi, Nellie. She was only in a small part of a dream. I saw her with my cousin Javi, and Nellie told me that she had just come back from a run. I asked her, when do you run? Because I'd like to join you. I need to lose a few pounds. And while we were standing there talking, we were like outside of a school gymnasium or something. The door was open. Nellie was facing away from it. I was facing towards it, towards the entrance. I saw something that I don't think I was supposed to see. I think Nellie was the one that was supposed to see it. But since she never turned towards the door, she never saw it. And I didn't want to tell her what I saw. And what I saw was like a ghost of someone that had taken their own life with a rope. So yeah, that was creepy. And I don't know how I knew, but it was supposed to be Nellie's brother. I don't even know if she has a brother, but yeah, that was creepy. So that was pretty much it. I've had so many dreams between this episode and the last episode. I still record them every morning, but I haven't been typing them. I haven't been selecting which ones I want to talk about. What I have been up to, believe it or not, I've just really been cycling between hobbies. Yesterday I was sorting my Pokemon cards, and then Michael and we've been watching King of the Hill. We watched... What did we watch? We've been watching Ryan Trahan's 50-day challenge visiting every US state. We didn't even finish that. What else? Ooh, the last episode I talked about Handmaid's Tale and The Last of Us. So yeah, we finished that, and I don't know. I have a bad habit of crying at the end of shows. I didn't for Handmaid's Tale though. I felt satisfied with the ending of it. Like everyone's story was complete. Well, except for Hannah. I know that there's Hannah's story that's gonna continue on in the Testaments, but gotta wait for that. And then my only complaint about the ending of the show was that Moira didn't even have a line. I don't think. I felt like she should have. She was a pretty important character, and I felt disappointed that they just put her in the background, so whatever. And then The Last of Us. It's been quite a while since I watched the last episode, and I don't even remember it, honestly. My memory isn't that great to begin with, but for me to not even remember a little bit of the last episode of the season finale probably says something about the show. Or maybe it doesn't. Oh, and in the last episode, it's been so long, I also talked about how I was going to see Visit Neptune. And I gotta say, I did go see them, and it was a horrible experience. Not the show, like the band themselves, they're amazing. But the heat and the crowd just totally ruined it for me. But it is what it is. Visit Neptune was great, and I got to talk to the drummer and the bass player, and I took a picture with them and the lead singer. So yeah, I hope they come back at a different venue, not in someone's driveway. So, oh, I remember what we've been watching. Michael and I, we've been catching up on shows, and we finally watched the last season of Squid Games. And I cried during that too. Not the last episode, but midway through. Ugh, I hate it. It was stressful. Oh yeah, another thing we've been doing, we've been playing Diablo. So that's really fun. I find that to be exciting. What else have I been doing? Oh, we went to see Alabama Shakes. It was so exciting. But I was kind of annoyed because they were supposed to start at 7:30. Well, they did start at 7:30, but I thought their openers were going to start at 7:30. I didn't expect Alabama Shakes to start till like maybe 9, honestly. But yeah, they started early, I guess, and I went with Michael, my cousin Kiko, and we were in line. Michael and I were in line at the merch stand, and my cousin, he was just like, I'm gonna go see if they have another merch stand, because we wanted a poster and they had run out of posters there. But yeah, so as Michael and I were just standing there, they played a song by Alabama Shakes. I was like, ooh, we're about to listen to this live. I thought it was on the radio they had on the speaker. And then my cousin, he just comes up to us and he's just like, hey, they started already. I was like, what? So we missed a little bit of the first song, or maybe all of it, till we got to our seat, which I felt sad about, but whatever. It was great. Brittany Howard is amazing. I would love to see them again. I felt so lucky being there because they hadn't played together on tour for like over 10 years, maybe, whatever. So seeing them live, it was, I felt like it was a once in a lifetime experience. Hopefully not. Hopefully I see them again. But yeah, what else? Doing a little cooking here and there. I tried some turkey chili, which I don't know if I've ever had chili. I don't eat beef, so I made it with turkey. It was so good, so good. What else have I cooked? I made a tres leches cake for Father's Day, I think. And it was so good. Oh, and I made like strawberries with cream, fresas con crema. That was good too. So yeah, I've been doing this and that. What I haven't been doing is playing my drums. I need to. I'd like to. But yeah, sorry for all my rambles. Oh, I almost forgot. I have another dream. Not that I dreamt, but that a coworker dreamt. He came up to me a while ago. He said he saw me in his dreams. That I was there, I had Mickey Mouse ears on, and I was just saying, they left. So apparently I was gonna go to Disney World with Michael's family, and they all left without me. So I was just there by myself saying, they left, over and over again. I thought it was sad, but hilarious. But yeah, what else? What else? Ooh. I have a little surprise. I am working on a book. I don't know how long it'll take me. Gotta organize everything. Gotta figure out how it's gonna be organized. I just gotta figure out a lot of things. I'm not in any rush, but it is very cathartic to work on it. Yeah, that's another thing I've been doing that's been kind of preventing me from working on this, but it's okay. I have no problem with that. Oh, what else? But I don't know. I think I've been rambling quite a bit now, so I'm gonna wrap this up. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope y'all come back to the next episode, whenever that is. Please, if you enjoyed my rambles, my dreams, please give a like and maybe consider subscribing if you want to hear more dreams and rambles. Thank you so much. Stay cool. See you next time, my pillow peeps. Ooh, I don't have a song.